ball game in downtown San Diego. It's Padres baseball next on the show. A look from downtown San Diego and Petco Park. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Padres. More from the guys as this one goes along, but first, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Pittsburgh Pirates, as their order will read like this. Brian Wright is on the mound here to face these guys. He's got the usual assortment of pitches, but keep an eye on him in the early going here. If these guys can get to him early, he does have a tendency to start overthrowing. And from there, that's when the problems usually arise. Defensively, the Padres alignment will look like this. Johnny Kenny will move towards the batter's box as we're just about set to get underway tonight.
Third baseman, Johnny Kenny.
And we kick things off tonight with a swing and a miss for a first pitch strike as we're underway. EK, let's take a look at our homestanding 9 as they enter play here this evening. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Always important to play good baseball in front of the home crowd, and they were fortunate to get this series off on the right foot in Game 1. They'll hope to continue their winning ways here in Game number 2.
Ready with another 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Yeah, this is a fastball this time that nearly gets away from him. But that's a nice job behind the plate. He gets a handle on it, and then he gets the putout down at first base.
Into the box, Tim Ullman. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Now here it comes. Now the 0-1 is swung on and lifted out to straightaway center field. Vila is there now, and he has it, 2 gone. Freddie Rodriguez will stand in now. Certainly a dangerous hitter as he ranks number 2 in the National League in home runs. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And speaking of the National League's home run leaders, there they are on your screen. A good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Here's the 1-1. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. Here comes a 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Oh, he just about found the back door with that one. He's maybe an inch or 2 away.
Sorry to interrupt, but the play has been made for the 3rd out. Inning over. Down in order go the Pirates. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Starting lineup for the host Padres looks like this. And look there at the starting pitcher charged with facing these guys as his numbers are on your screen. Daniel Velasquez will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
Right fielder, Daniel Velasquez.
And this pitch is right down the middle, strike one. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. It was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
And they've split the first 4 games on this road trip, so lately they're in a bit of a holding pattern, but they could be ready to break out right here.
On the outer half, it's 1-2. The 1-2. Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2. Here now the 2-2. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. Well, that was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
And he sends it the other way toward right center. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Oh, it makes such a difference here when you play during the day versus playing at night. 6 hours ago, this might have split the gap, but here it hangs up just long enough for him to run it down out there in right center field.
Rico Chavez will dig in, currently 5th in the National League in batting to begin play. First offering on the way. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a ball lined toward right center. Base hit.
You want to talk about getting on top of a high fastball. I mean, to call this at the letters, that'd be charitable. This thing's about neck high, but he still drives it for a base hit.
Ronnie Chavez will stand in, currently 8th in the National League in hitting to enter play. Here's the first offering. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at 2. And indeed, no look at second. He'll go straight to first and take the sure out. Andres Cortez will stand in, and he's certainly a dangerous man up there, currently 2nd in the National League in RBIs. Now the first pitch. Hammered the other way to deep right field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Padres leave 1. We've played an inning. No score. Jimmy Boyce leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Jimmy.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Pitch on the way. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
And for lack of a better phrase, this guy right now, he just stinks. He's seen that average fall under the 220 mark, so something's going to have to give sooner or later.
James Goto is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. It's too high, and he's in there at second with a stolen base.
Boy, that's a good jump right there this time. I think he had this one stolen even if the throw is on target. But you see the shortstop have to go up the ladder to get it, and that took away any chance of throwing him out.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number one.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. Got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. He's set. Now the pitch. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really catch.
Oh, and this goes right past him. And on the error, a run is going to score.
Yeah, this ball might have caught him in between hops. He might have been unsure which way to turn his glove, over or under the ball. Instead, it just goes right through him.
Stepping in now, Theodore Dotson. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Comes in here right at 260. 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Henry Chavez will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And this is going to be a foul ball. He's ready now, the pitch. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and a runner left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Pirates lead it 1-0. Daniel Melendez will start things off in the bottom of the second. Now here's the first pitch. That's hard hit back up the middle. To his left, he's up with it. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Batting 6, first baseman.
Manuel Gonzalez will get his first shot here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. First pitch coming. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Now here's the pitch. And he gets under this one and in fact breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
A broken bat, little looper down to third. Keeping your focus on the baseball is the thing you have to do here, which is easier said than done when you've got a flying projectile heading your way. But he takes this one in, no problem.
Christian York will get his first opportunity now, currently sitting in 4th place in the National League in stolen bases. Now here's the first pitch. That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. He'll chalk that one up as an E6, and he really can't believe it out there. Aldo Vila will stand in, hoping to perhaps pick up a base hit so he can climb over that Mendoza line. First pitch coming. Fouled back. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. The 1-1. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Jason Ellis will turn right around and get us started here. 9-1-2 to start inning number 3. Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
That's by him for strike 1.
Ah, that thing's knee-high on the outside third of the plate. Pretty understandable why he couldn't catch up with that one.
That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he's got that strikeout pitch working now. That's 3 in a row for him as there's 1 away.
Felt always nice to get the inning.
First pitch to him. Johnny Kenny will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
Slider swung on and grounded toward short. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Well, this ball's hit pretty sharply here towards the hole, but then you see he's able to backhand this thing and then use that cannon he's got to fire it across the diamond and get his man.
Tim Ullman is at the plate as he watches ball 1. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Big breaking ball and a beauty that time. 1-2. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Hit pretty well as this is out toward deep center. Vila is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Pirates, but they're on top 1-0. Ryan Wright makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield.